Welcome to the channel, folks. Clunkers and Classics. Just finished painting the 77 Chevelle Malibu Classic this morning. Painted the silver on it. We're going to let it sit in here for a day or so and then bring it outside in the sun and let her really bake. We got work to do to it, headers, steering wheel, bunch of stuff before we paint the black. It's going black with silver stripes. So in the meantime, right now, just brought over the Scooby-Doo van. Haven't started it up in about a month or so since we started the Chevelle build. Probably longer than that. I don't know. Could be 6-7 weeks. Could have been 2 months. Anyway, cranked it a little bit. Finally started right up. Just had it parked over here. So anyway, yeah, I've been. It's not going to be a Scooby-Doo van, but I just call it that. I don't. Okay, so started her up, drove it over here, still vibrating and stuff. The last video on this was trying to fix all the squeaks, rattles. I call it rattle trap. It's got a bunch of names. Rattle trap I called the last video. Death trap because it's because you're right against the windshield here. Your feet, your legs are right here. You get in a wreck, it's a death trap. But that's what car makers did back then. No airbags, not much for seat belts, stuff like that. Okay, so we're bringing this over. Probably going to be a short video. Well, short on the amount of work we're going to do to it. Because I just got some windows in. You know, I had these big square windows from another van I took off. Nice windows. But everybody says don't put them big square windows in there. If you're going to put any windows, put the little diamond round ones in here, like the old style. Not very practical. You know, the bigger windows with the openings and the, well, I don't know if that one has screens, but modern windows with that open up and are tinted and got the screens and stuff like that, and big so you can see out of. That's more practical, but not as cool looking as for an old style van like this. So I ordered some. They're very expensive. At first, all that was coming up, or that I remember, was windows from old school vans like this, or Dodge or Ford, those type of windows. I guess they're out of junkyards or whatever, but people were wanting $650, $750 for a pair of for a set of used 40, 50-year-old windows. I'm like, that's just fucking nuts. So people were giving suggestions. So they have these round windows. The cheapest, most reasonable ones were these round windows for $84 each. Yeah, so it's $170 plus tax and everything. Yeah, I'm looking at $200 for a set of little windows, and I thought that was kind of high. So I found these windows. They were selling them. They're called portal windows from for a boat, I guess. And they open up. But you know, you look at the picture. I'm going to show you a picture here in just a second. You open them up, and it's like, well, you don't want them. You don't want it on the outside of the van and open it up. You don't want people coming in and opening it up. And so, could you flip it around and open it from the inside? Could you cut the handle for the opening off and glue it all in there? So anyway, they were about $50 something for a pair. And I thought, well, that's pretty good. So I hunting around, because there's a whole bunch of sellers selling them. And it was real glass. It wasn't a piece of plastic or plexiglass. So I thought, I can make this work. I could cut off, I can, screw it on there, could do something with it for, 50 something bucks. So I'm looking around and I found a set for 37 bucks for the pair. And I thought, that's it. Even if it doesn't work, 37 bucks, that's cheap. And people were saying, well, these kind of windows like this that come in these garage doors, windows like that. Yeah, that could probably make that work. So, let me show you a picture of them. Let me put up a picture, because I'm not too technical. I can't stick a picture in the corner of the screen. So let me just show you a picture of it. You can pause it for a longer look, come back to it, whatever, okay? So here's a picture. Okay, so that's what they look like. Like I said, a whole bunch of sellers selling them on eBay. And I thought, great, be worth it. So, they come, and it's only one window. So I emailed the seller. Low feedback, which I don't usually buy from, but they were the only ones selling them for 30-something bucks instead of 50-something. Oh, I didn't know there was only one in the package. I'll give you 30% off, or I'll give you half the money back or something. And I thought, well, shit, now I gotta buy there's nobody selling singles, they all come in pairs. So, after a few emails back and forth, they wanted me to pay shipping, and I was like, no. I said, I'm not paying shipping, because they admitted it was their fault. So well, that's it, I'm not, So I messaged eBay and told them, and then they messaged the seller, and the seller sent me a prepaid label thing that I got the post office to print out, and I just mailed it back, got my money back. Now, I made a little video of it, a little 5-minute segment about it and what I could do to it, and cut it and make it fit and all that, but I accidentally deleted it, so that sucks. Okay, so that was out of the way, sent it back. Thought about ordering a set for 50-something, and I thought, well, you know what? This package and every eBay ad auction shows a picture of 2 of them, and I'll bet you that every one of them packages only has 1 in it. There wasn't room for another one in there. So it's kind of a, so I thought, well, if I order one for 57 bucks and it comes and there's only 1 in it, then I'm back in the same boat. Okay, so I thought, screw it. Just didn't think about it for a little while. And then all of a sudden, this guy here, John Malanasi, I think. I go check my P.O. box, and there's a set of windows in there. And he goes, oh, I hope you can use these. Use these if you can. So it looks old packaging, like he's had it for a while and didn't use it for something. Let me, I remember how to open it. Oh, just use the handle. I don't know what I did here. There we go. Okay, because it's an old, it was in a bigger box, but this was the little package of screws. Is old. So there's 2 round windows. That's all it came, like that, with these screws. But I'm not sure how to mount it on there. You can't have it sticking out. Oh, it seems a little bit. What do you think, guys? Something like that? But see, you can't have it like that. You got to indent it in there. So how to get it, you'd have to mount it on this lip here, see? So I bought a tube of urethane, like the last window installer. So what we're gonna have to do now, as you can see, this is in the way, and that's in the way. So I have to measure out here somewhere. I don't know. I'll figure out where it is, put it in here. Okay? And these, I believe, looked almost like the ones that were selling for $84 each on eBay. So, you know, that's 170 bucks plus tax and stuff. So, yeah, thanks, John, for sending that. Appreciate it. If anybody wants to send anything, I got a P.O. box in the description. If you got any stuff like this that you're not using, want to send it, great. That I could use for this van. I could use a lot of stuff for this van. So anyway, okay, so what else I wanted to go over. I ordered now this is a weird story, so a little bit of a rambling here. I ordered kill mat 50 square feet. What's this say? 20. I ordered 50 square feet, which is 50 sheets of it. Or maybe, I don't know, maybe it was 10 sheet. No. Anyway, 50 square feet. This is 20. So I ordered it, and this comes in the mail like 2 days later after I ordered it, and I thought, oh shit, that was fast. And then I opened it, and it's like Scar audio. That's not what I ordered. I ordered kill mat. I open it up, and it's probably the same same stuff as kill mat. But I was like, well, 20 square feet, you know, I needed more than that. So I messaged the seller, and at the time I ordered like 10 different things. So I'm only assuming that this seller that ordered the kill mat was the same seller that sent this. And I was like, hey, I sent him a picture, and I said, listen, this is what I got. This isn't what I ordered. I ordered kill mat 50 square feet. This is only 20. Oh, will you take 30%? I send you 30% back and you keep it. And I was like, no. I said, I need 50 square feet of kill mat. And so anyway, back and forth. And then the next day, I get a tracking number in my email saying, your order's on the way. And I was like, well, what the hell is this tracking? So I checked the tracking number, and it's going to be delivered. Well, so when it was emailing the seller, I said, well, listen, a tracking number just came in from you, and it's going to be delivered tomorrow or the next day. I'll let you know what happens. So then I checked the tracking a day or two later, and it says delivered at the front gate. So I go to the front gate, nothing there. So it was like a Saturday. Post office is closed, but they deliver Saturday. So I put a note on my mailbox, and I says, hey, this tracking number says it was delivered here, and I didn't get nothing. And the mail lady wrote a little note saying, I'll check, we'll get back with you Monday. So Monday they said that, yeah, that was delivered, but that wasn't to your address. So it was from the same seller, but to somebody else in this little one-horse area here, which is kind of weird that two people ordered the same type of sound dampening type stuff. So they were supposed to get this, and they got my kill mat. But of course, they're not going to complain because they got 50 square feet for the price of whatever they paid for this 20. So of course, they probably didn't complain. So I messaged this seller back, and I said, listen, I don't know what happened, but somebody else got the tracking number that was meant for me. So anyway, they ended up refunding me the money I paid, and the kill mat I think was like 50-60 bucks, I believe. So anyway, they just said, we'll keep it, and they refunded the money. So I got this for free. So we're gonna put some of this on. What they say? There's only 5 sheets of this. It ain't enough. We'll put it up, maybe cut it in half or something. So I wanted to do the sides and the roof. So I'll do that and show you later. So anyway, we got that to do too. We'll do that because the last episode on this, I used a bunch of seam sealer in here to try to, it seems pretty good, but it's mainly the doors. The doors are, the door latches and where they go on there are rattling. I put this little thing here to keep this from, anyway, yeah, I glued that on there, and that actually kept these back doors from banging around. But when I just started it up from over there and drove it here, it's still, I don't know, those doors there are probably rattling. As much work I can do to this to try to keep it from rattling and vibrating and all that, I don't think you'll ever get one of these vans to be quiet. Plus you can still hear the engine and everything, and I got the engine cover insulated underneath, and yeah, I don't think you'll ever get it perfect. So what can you do? I'll just keep at it. Okay guys, so I also wanted to thank Daryl Landry. He sent me 20 bucks through PayPal. Just said keep up the good work or something, so thanks for that. Like I said, if anybody wants to send anything through PayPal for one of these builds, I think the urethane, I bought a couple of tubes, was 20 something bucks, so we'll count it towards there. So thanks, Daryl. We got the urethane, we got the lights, and we'll try to figure out how to mount these in there. But yeah, like I mentioned in the other video, that's why I don't have memberships or super thanks or anything like that through YouTube, because YouTube takes half the money, and it just ain't worth it. You send it through PayPal, send me money through PayPal, I get all of it. Well, sometimes it'll take out 2% or 4% or something if it's not family and friends or whatever, but it's a lot better than YouTube taking 50%. So don't send me any money through any of that YouTube crap there. Just PayPal's the best way of doing it. Okay guys, so let me figure out if I'll measure over here. We'll have to cut that. See, this one doesn't have a bar on it. See, this originally had shelves and stuff welded to it. It was probably just an old work van, but I'm not sure. This is going to be in the way. We can cut that maybe. I think that I don't know if I put some seam sealer in there, but we're going to have to cut the section of that out to get maybe we'll start with this side here. Measure the same from dimensions down here, and then figure out how to cut a circle. Because I don't know how to cut a circle with what I got. I got a little jigsaw, but I think it's got a wood blade on it. I've used it a few times. I could probably try to find something with a metal blade to it. But then I watch Bad Chad. It's kind of a guilty pleasure every now and then. I watch him because I don't know. Some of the stuff he does is interesting, and other stuff it's just pure butchery. When he mixes up gallons of Bondo. The first time I watched him was years ago, and he was doing this one car, and he had about 20 gallons of Bondo, and he's mixing one or 2 gallons at a time, and just slopping that on there. He must have had 20 gallons of Bondo on this car, and I was like, what the fuck are you doing? But anyway, he just cut out a little taillight or round circle anyway, and he just did it with his zip disc there. He just kind of kept hitting it around like that, and it cut out the circle. It was all kind of jagged, And then he used a little grinder thing to smooth it out. But basically, you know, I can have a little grinded edge because, you know, I'll have about that much space, whatever, you know, about that much space to play with, so it doesn't have to be perfect. And then, yeah, we're just going to put urethane in there and glue it in there. That's the only way I could think of. Like I said, this may have came with some type of backing to put that on, but I don't, it's not included. Well, hang on, what is this? I thought that felt loose. Oh, I didn't realize that come off. Can that go like that? Interesting. Okay, well, let me play around with it a little bit and see what I can do. Yeah, it's tempered tinted glass, which is nice. Okay, well, maybe I should cut it out this way. That way I can measure it a little bit better. Like I said, I'll measure it from here down and from here over, because that should be the same distance as that. So yeah, we'll get her in here somewhere, guys. We'll do this side first, get it in there, and then we'll cut that out and figure out which way this goes here. Maybe we can put that opposite and it'll be on there flush. Anyway, let me it's gonna be dark pretty soon. We'll have to get the lights out because it's way too hot today to work. 102 degrees or 101 or something today. It was hot. It's gonna be like that for the foreseeable future. Okay, so let me get it marked out with a black marker, and I'll show you that and see if I can cut it with a die grinder like Bad Chad does. Okay, I'll be back. Okay guys, that's what I got there. So we want it this line here, but not past here. Just anywhere in from there and a little bit past it'd be okay. Okay, so I'm just going to use a zip cutter there and see if I can cut it out. I'll be back. Okay guys, there it is. It wasn't as hard as I thought. I mean, if you were to do a small circle, it'd be kind of a little bit more difficult, but really wasn't that bad. So there's plenty of area here, you know, on the other side to urethane it in. So, you know, unless I'm missing something on how this, you know, I'm gonna put it in. You know, just put urethane around the edge and stick it in there like that. See? So unless I'm missing something on how to use this, see it in a little package of screws, but there's no screw holes in this. You know, if it were to go that way, yeah, that would work. This would smush that together, these two together, but where's the holes in here for it? Are you supposed to drill some? I'd hate to drill some holes in there and break that glass. I don't know how far that glass goes in there. That's what I'm worried about. Yeah, if there was holes in here, it'd still have to be some type of sealant or whatever around there anyway. Keep the water out, so maybe better just to urethane it in there. Okay, well, I just did this freehand without measuring anything. So we're gonna measure from the top, from the side, and do it on this one here and cut out that little bar. Okay, so let me do the other side and I'll be back. Okay guys, it's getting dark, so. Okay. There's the hole. Let me put the window in there. I don't think it'll fall out. It'll be just my luck if it does, but. Well, what do you think? See, I'd like a little window that would open up and stuff, so if you're, you know, camping or whatever in there, you could open it up. But you could always put some, definitely going to put a sunroof in the front, and some type of vent or something in the back, I guess. I guess you can hook up a vent and a little fan up there. But anyway, yeah, that's it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're supposed to drill holes in there, I guess. Like I said, I hate to in case I broke the glass, but that's the only way that thing would mount in there and mount it flush against each other, you know, mounted against about an inch of this flange here. So I don't know if I want to risk it or not, or just glue it in there. But see, if I use some urethane, I need it to be real tight against there. I'm not sure how I can get it pushed in there all the way. I don't want it sticking out or anything. I need it. See, if that backing was on there, it would draw it in there real tight. So I don't know if I should risk trying to drill a few screw holes in there, but it's got to be the way you do it. But I don't know why they wouldn't have pre-drilled holes in there. Anyway, let me think about that, and I'll be back. Okay, guys, let's line that up and put a little tape on there to line it up. But yeah, that's where the holes went. They went right on the outside. So yeah, I don't know if I want to use urethane then. Probably use just regular silicone. I got some cheap silicone. Just use a little edge around there to keep the water out. The only thing is I'm worried about, this is like slopped on house paint or something. I don't know whether I should you know, sand around here and prime it, or take the window out when I paint it. I could probably do that. I'll just put the windows in for now, and then after it's painted, right before I paint it, take the window out and then silicone it in after it's painted. Yeah, I'll probably just do that, just so I can get the windows in there, keep the rain out, and see how it looks. So yeah, let me put them in there. We'll definitely show it tomorrow in the daylight, but I'm working here at night, so. But okay, I'll be back. Okay guys, next morning. Okay, yeah, they fit in there pretty good. Yeah, they look pretty good. Yeah, it sets it off a little bit. Okay, well, let me put in this insulation here, or sound dampening panels, and figure out what I need. I'll probably try to do the sides a little bit and then save the roof when I get some more, if I need some more. And need to probably do the inside of these doors, but maybe that would be good for the spray foam stuff. Yeah, we'll get to, you know, I did the seam sealer first, do the dampening panels next, and then if I think I need some spray foam, we'll do that. But that's the order we're doing it. Probably won't use very much spray foam. It'll collect water and stuff like that, but we'll figure it out and figure out. Oh yeah, I did put I put a piece of rubber on the bottom and the top, and that's why this was tight opening it up. This keeps it tight there, because this back window was really rattling. Back door. So yeah, I think I got the back doors from rattling, other than whatever's on the inside of these latches and stuff like that. So we'll figure out them. But anyway, let me get some of them panels on there, and we'll go from there. Okay guys, I cut that stuff up, and it seems to stick really good. A couple on each panel, one each in them doors, and started to do the roof. But yeah, I think if I had a 50 square foot, so it'd be 2.5 times this, I could do the whole thing pretty good. But anyway, I'll put that on there for now, see if it helps. But the main problem is these doors and the insides of them rattling. If I can fix, 1, 2, 3, 4, kind of got these ones, but 6 doors are rattling the most, I think. If we can get them from stop rattling, then we can go and hear the vibrations of the metal. But anyway, hopefully this little bit here helps. It was free. So yeah, I think we'll end the video on that. It's just a short video, not much work, but I unmasked the Chevelle here, and I'm going to bring it out, put the steering wheel on. Headers are supposed to be here tomorrow, so we're going to continue on with this. If I run out of things to do on that, we'll get back to this van. We just got a ton of stuff to do to it. When I drove it off here, off the slab last time, there's a little trail of oil going. It seems like it would be from an oil gauge, but I don't think this thing has an oil gauge sender on it. But or tube, that's what it seemed like it was. Anyway, got to fix that. Got to fix that water leak. I want to get all the mechanical stuff done to this. Check the brakes, see if there's leaking. Just a ton of little stuff like that. I mean, it runs and drives, but it's leaking and need brakes and all that stuff. Oh yeah, the exhaust. Yeah, that's right too. We got to cut that exhaust and redo the tailpipe, because that's gonna be rattling near that new gas tank. So just tons of little nitpicking stuff, and I got a whole box full of new hoses and stuff like that. I got the 2-door weather strippings for the 2 front doors. Probably should wait till after it's painted to put them on, but we may put them on there just to see if we can stop the noise a little bit. So anyway guys, I think that'll be it for this video. Just a little filler till we get some major stuff done. But yeah, tell me what you think on the windows. I think it looks alright. A lot better than just a plain van. And it'll let in light. You can always, you can see the light coming in. A little bit of light, so it won't be complete darkness in here. If we block off the front somehow, or I don't know what I'm going to do the inside. I don't even know what color I'm going to paint it, or colors and all that. So you can give me suggestions, but I probably won't know till get near the end, and the body work will be the last. Like I said, we need to get all the mechanical and stuff done, but yeah, we're going to go all the way with it. I may do some body work in between if I get bored of doing the mechanical stuff. You got this big old dent right here. I may pop that dent out and get the whole front primed or you know, maybe put some paint on it to protect it. But we got to fix all this rust here. So anyway, there's just a ton of work to do on this. So anyway, subscribe if you haven't. Bottom right hand corner of the screen, it's free. And like, comment, share, all that stuff, and we'll see y'all next video. Thanks everybody for watching.